Hello everyone. This is your next video related to chapter matrices. In this video we are going to solve two questions. Question number 13 of NCERT exercise 3.2 and question number 15. Fine. So first of all we are going to solve question number 13. So in question number 13, if fx, this fx matrix is given to you and you have to show that fx into fy, this is into fy, that is equals to fx plus y. This is what which we have to prove. After that, it is in fx is a function, it is in the x form. Here the variable is x. So fx is given to us. I have just written the same. If we want to convert the variable, that is fy is using here we can see that it is fy. So to find fy, we are changing x. We are placing x by y. So you have to put y at a place of x. So it would be fy is equals to cos x at a place of x you have to write y minus sine y 0, like this. Similarly sine x would be sine y, and cos x would be cos y, and then 0 0 1. So if you have to convert x into y, you have to change the variable where x is coming, you have to change it with y, like this. So you will get this matrix fy. Fine. From here we can see that on the left hand side you have to find out fx into fy. So fx is here, fy is here. So you have to just write the matrix and you have to multiply. Fine. This is your fx, this is your fy. After that you have to find out the product. I know you can find out the product using you have to multiply this row with this column and you can find out. I know this. So after multiplication you will get this matrix, this one. See it carefully. This matrix you will get after multiplication. Check it. Normally you have to find out the product. After, when you will get this matrix, fine. So you can see it is converting into the formula, that is cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. The formula is cos x plus y. So see here, you can see on the top. Fine. So all of them will convert into the formula. When you will get this matrix, this is your left hand side after calculation. Fine. And your right hand side is fx plus y. So again fx is given to you, you have to replace this x with x plus y. So at a place of x I am writing x plus y. So it would be cos x plus y, it would be minus sine x plus y, 0 and 0. Then we are replacing x by x plus y, so it would be sine x plus y. Cos x, it would be x plus y, and 0 0 1. So here you can say that this your right hand side is equal to left hand side, and hence proved. So LHS is equals to RHS. Fine. Hence we can say that these two sides are equal, hence proved. Yes. Your next question is question number 15 of your NCERT. Here you have to find out a square minus 5a plus 6i if a is given to you. As you can see here, in this equation, your I is identity matrix. Your I would be this one. Because your matrix is 3:3 order, so your I will be 3:3, which will be in the form of this. This is your identity matrix. Fine. So you have to, first of all, you have to find out A square. A square you can find out. A square is equal to A into A. So you have to multiply this matrix A with this same the matrix A. After multiplication, you will get this matrix, that is A square. This matrix. This is your A square, and here I am writing identity matrix. Got it? Here it is, identity matrix. And then you have to write the same equation, that is 6i. So A square, the value of A square is here, I am writing here, minus 5 into A, 5, this is your A matrix, plus 6 into I matrix. 6 into I matrix, here it is. Here it is. Fine. After that, I am writing the same matrix. I am inserting 5 into this matrix. After calculation, you will get this, plus, and then you have to multiply this matrix by 6 and you will get this. Got it? You can see. Yes. After solving this, just you have to add or subtract. After solving this, you will find out this final matrix. Yes. Here it is. This is the answer of A square minus 5A plus 6I. So this is your final answer. Got it? And simply plus and subtraction you know, multiplication you know, which we had done in the previous videos. So if you don't know, you can take a hint from that. Fine. So this is how we can solve these two questions. Got it? These are important questions, and you must solve at least 2 or 3 times at home. Okay, bachcho. Next video we will solve another questions of the same exercise. Hello students. In this video we are going to solve 2 questions, question number 17 and question number 18 of your NCERT exercise number 3.2. Fine. So here this is a question. If A is given to you, a matrix is given and identity matrix is also given, find K so that A square is equals to Ka minus 2i. We have to use this equation, and we have to find out the value of K. Got it? So here A square is using, so I am going to find out A square first of all. This is your A square. So A square is equals to A into A, and A is given to you, A this matrix and A again this matrix. You can find out the product, and after solving the product you will get this matrix 1 4, column wise I am saying 1 4 minus 2 minus 4. Fine. So this is your A square matrix, and now I am writing the same equation which is given to us here, and here A square we are putting the value of A square, which is this, which we had solved here. A square is equals to Ka. K is same. A is also given to us in question, so I am copying A. Minus 2 I is your identity matrix, and just you have to put the values of the matrices. Got it? After now you have to insert K here and 2 into this matrix I. So when you multiply K with this matrix, you will get this one. You will multiply each element with K. 3K minus 2K, 4K minus 2K. And similarly here you have to multiply 2 with this matrix and you will get this matrix. Got it? Here the 2 matrices are subtracting, the sign between them is minus, so you can subtract here. So after subtracting you will get this matrix, and your A square will be same, which you are copying. And here you have to compare each side. 1 is equals to minus 3k minus 2, where I am showing it, but you have to show all parts. Here minus 2 is equals to minus 2k, so your k would be 1, and here your 4 is equals to 4k and your k would be 1. And similarly last, you have to solve every part, and after solving you will get the value of k. This is how you can solve question number 17. It was very easy. But question number 18, this one, this is little bit tough and you have to concentrate properly. Here question number 18 is given. If A is equals to this matrix and your I is the identity matrix of order 2, show that I plus A. This is the equation which you have to prove. This one, I plus A is equals to I minus A and this matrix. Fine. So what I am doing, I am taking right hand side of this equation like this one. Here I have written. Fine. Your I is identity matrix. At a place of I you have to write identity matrix, then minus and your A matrix like this. And here this is your whole combination. This is I minus A only, this one. And then this same matrix you have to copy here. Fine. Now you have to subtract these two matrix. After subtracting, you will get this matrix. Got it? Next, I'm copying this matrix here. And now bache, you have to find out the product. So after finding the product, you will get this. You will get this whole equation, this matrix. You can check it out here. I know product you can solve. Fine. Now in the next step you have to break tan alpha by 2 now. At a place of tan alpha by, as we know that tan alpha by 2 is equals to sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. This tan x here, this tan x is equals to sin x alpha by 2 divided by cos alpha by 2. So when you will write sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by cos alpha by 2 will come in denominator, and then you have to take LCM. After solving this, you have to take the LCM. After taking LCM, you will get this equation. Are you getting my points? This tan alpha by 2, that is equals to, I am writing here C, is equals to sin alpha by 2, and this is equals to cos alpha by 2. Fine. This is equals to this. Here it is. So this cos alpha by 2 will come in denominator of this, and if you will come in denominator, you have to take LCM. So this cos alpha by will be multiplied by this cos alpha. Fine. After taking the LCM, you will get this equation, this one. This was a little bit tough part, that's it. Fine. So after that, it is very easy to solve this question. So after doing this here, after solving this first part, you can write this, and similarly in second part you have to break the tan alpha by 2 into this form, sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2, and then you have to take LCM and you will get this equation. And similarly here you will get this equation, and from this you will get this equation. Got it? Yes. After this, now we can see that this is converting into the formula, this part. Yes bache. After solving this whole step, last step, I'm showing here this step. As you can say that it is a formula, cos alpha cos A plus cos B plus sin A sin B. So this is a formula for cos A minus में B. Fine. This is also converting into formula. This is I'm writing this step first. cos alpha sin alpha by 2. This is alpha by 2. This is sin alpha by 2. Fine. Here it is. This is sin alpha by 2, and this is this whole term. This is again converting to the formula, that is, if you take minus as common, you will get sin alpha minus alpha by 2, which you had done in the 11th standard. And similarly, this is again converted into the formula, this last step, and this is again converting into the formula, only numerator part. This part is converting into the formula, this part, and this part is also converting into the formulas. So after applying the formulas, you will get, you will get this part, this matrix. Here it is, this one, this bigger matrix, this one. Fine. If you are getting a problem here, you can first of all write the formulas in front of your notebook. Fine. Of 11th standard, there are 4 formulas. So after recalling these formulas, you will get how to get this. If you will get this equation, you will get this matrix. This will be alpha minus alpha by 2. This would be cos alpha by 2. Your first part. This would be cos alpha by 2, and in denominator you have to write the cos alpha by 2 same like this. And similarly, sin alpha minus alpha by 2, it would be minus sin alpha by 2. And this cos alpha by 2 will remain the same. Similarly, here you will get this, and in denominator part you will get this. So this is your next matrix after solving. Okay. Now cos alpha by 2, it would be 1. Sin alpha by 2, cos alpha by, it would be minus tan alpha by 2. This is tan alpha by 2. This one. And this would be 1. This would be 1 here. So this is your right hand side. After solving, you will get this. And similarly, your left hand side is I plus A. I means identity matrix, which is here, and A means this matrix A is given to you. You have to just add, and you will get the same matrix as you are getting in a right hand side. Hence left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence very proved. The question is hence proved. So this part was important here, this part, in this part is very important, this part. And after getting this part, the next part which you have written here, this part will come using the formulas. If you recall the formula, you will get this, how to convert this. Okay, bye bye bachcho. And these are the 2 important questions. Okay, in the next video 2 more questions are left from this exercise, and we will solve, and this exercise will complete. Okay, bye bye. God bless you. Hello bachcho, this is your next video related to exercise 3.2 of your NCERT chapter number 3, matrices. Fine. Only last 2 questions are left to complete this exercise. So today we will complete this exercise after solving these 2 questions, question number 19 and question number 20. Got it? So let's start. In question number 19, the question is in your NCERT book. You can open your NCERT book and read the question first of all. I am reading it. A trust funds rupees 30,000 that must be invested in 2 different types of bond. Fine. Total trust fund is rupees 30,000, which is written here, and it is dividing into 2 bonds. Fine. The first bond pay 5% interest per year. The first bond is paying 5% interest, and the second bond is paying 7% interest per year. So we have to solve using matrix method. Determine how to divide 30,000 amongst the two types bond. If the trust fund must obtain an annual total interest of rupees 1800, and second part is rupees 2000. Fine. So first of all, you have to understand the question. Trust fund is given, total fund is 30,000 rupees, and we have to divide this fund into two parts. The interest on first bond is 5% per annum, so I can write 0.05 per annum. Fine. And second bond pay interest 7% per annum, that is 0.07 per annum. Let first part, which invested in first bond, rupees X. Fine. So we can assume the first part which is invested in first bond, that is rupees X, and obviously the second part would be 30,000 minus X. Fine. So according to matrix method, we are writing the two parts in this form, matrix form, and percentage like this. If you are writing the first part as a row matrix, then second part must be in column matrix form. Fine. So annual interest we will get after multiplying these two matrices. So normally you have to multiply, as we multiply in case of matrices, when you will multiply these two. So after solving you can do this calculation. Fine. So after solving you will get X is equals to 15,000. Here it is. After solving all this, you will get X is equals to 15,000. That means the first part, which is we are investing in first bond, that is 15,000, and in second part it is also 15,000, because total amount is 30,000 now. So if first part is 15,000, second part would be 15,000. Fine. So this is a very simple question. Just you need to understand how we can write the two matrices. If first will be in form of row matrix, the second would be in form of column matrix. Fine. This is your annual interest, which you will. Annual interest is also given to us, so we have just put the value. Here, this is your second question. Here, I'm opening the book. Just wait, and I will read the question. You can also open your NCERT books first of all to understand the concept and question. The bookshop of a particular school has 10 dozen of chemistry book. Number of chemistry books are 10 dozen. 10 dozen means 10 into 12. That would be 120 books of chemistry. And number of physics books, that would be 8 dozen. 8 dozen means 8 into 12. That is 96. And number of economics books, that is 10 dozen. That means 10 into 12, which is equal to 120 books. Fine. The selling price of chemistry book is rupees 80. Physics book is 60, and economics books is 40. This is 40. The cost price is also given to us. So first of all, we are writing this whole data in this form, in this form, and second is cost price is given to us, selling price is given to us, 80, 60 and 40. Second would be in column matrix form. Fine. First would be in row matrix, second would be in column matrix, and then you have to find out the product. After finding the product, this is the total. This would be the total cost. Wait, I'm just opening the book. In this question, we have to find out total amount. So here is the total amount. So our total amount, that is equals to rupees 20160. Got it? Should I repeat this? Simply, number of chemistry, physics and economics books are given, so we are writing this into the column matrix, row matrix. And second is cost is given to us. Cost of one chemistry book is rupees 80, physics book is 60 and economics book is 40. So we are writing this. First is in row matrix, second would be in column matrix, and we are multiplying. We are finding out the product of these two. After calculating this, you will get a total amount which is used. Okay? Is it fine now? Okay. So now your chapter second exercise, which is 3.2, is completed now, and I will give you some extra question related to this. You can see your school website also. Fine. Okay, bacha. Okay, students. All the best. God bless you, bacho.